Hey, so today we're going to look at this guy who is telling you that broccoli is in fact the most acceptable superfood. And to put the cherry on top, recommend dipping it in grapeseed oil at the end. I want to show you what both these things are doing to your thyroid. So let's get to the video.
Broccoli might be the most accessible superfood that you have found in almost any supermarket in the country, easily gotten, cost effective. I got a big job here to
Big job for sure. Let's see how he does.
convince you to put broccoli into your diet. I'm even going to give you my top 5 or 6 ways to be able to make it, cook it, make it taste better, edible, get your kids to eat it. That's coming in a little bit. Let me walk you through the beautiful benefits of this thing called broccoli. In just a cup of broccoli, you're getting 2.5 grams of protein. That's astonishing. Everyone thinks meat when they think protein. You're getting it in broccoli. You're getting
2.5 grams. Like, are you hearing this? I don't know why he's so happy about it. You know, for 100 grams of ground beef, there's 26 grams of protein. And that's along with a complete amino acid, creatine, taurine, kerosene, B12, heme iron, and every single fat soluble vitamin you need. Where you're comparing that to 2.5 grams of plant protein, which includes anti-nutrients, which are blocking the absorption of whatever minerals are around it in the first place. Also, plant protein is incomplete, missing several essential amino acids. It is not interchangeable with animal protein, regardless of gram count.
2.5 grams of fiber. So there's a lot of benefits I'm going to talk about in the moment. One of them being digestive health. But what makes broccoli so special? Broccoli provides so many different vitamins, so many different minerals. Vitamin C, one of the most powerful antioxidants. Broccoli has more vitamin C than oranges. To you put it in the system, it's great. It's got K1 in it.
I don't know what this guy is so happy about. It's really crazy. You can tell he's really healthy by just looking at him.
It's really good for your bone health. It's really good to support proper blood health. B9 or folate, vitamin B9 inside of broccoli. It's important in regulating the function of your cells, the tissue growth inside of your cells. Iron is high in broccoli. That's some super.
Okay, I'm just going to go through all of these so far. So more vitamin C than oranges, but ideally on a zero carb diet, your vitamin C requirements have already dropped dramatically. Glucose and vitamin C actually compete for the same transporter, the GLUT4. No glucose means the transporter is wide open. You need a fraction of the vitamin C when you're not blocking with sugar all day, every day. The K1 from broccoli is not K2. K2 is what directs calcium into bones and teeth and away from the arteries. K1 has to be converted to K2, and that conversion rate is very poor. The K2 that actually matters comes from butter, egg yolks, liver. K1 from broccoli is not the same thing. Additionally, saying iron is high in broccoli is a really bad take because it's not heme iron, the form that requires an acidic environment to absorb and actively blocked by the oxalates and phytic acid that are also in broccoli. Heme iron is from red meat and absorbs at about 15 to 35%, while non-heme iron from plants absorbs at about 2 to 10%, and that's only on a good day. With those anti-nutrients present, that absorption is close to zero. It's just ironic that he actually hasn't mentioned a single mechanism. A very important one is that broccoli is a cruciferous vegetable. Cruciferous vegetables contain compounds called goitrogens. So what those goitrogens doing are directly blocking your iodine uptake into the thyroid gland. Iodine is a raw material for thyroid hormone production. Less iodine uptake means lower T4 production, which means less conversion to T3, the active thyroid hormone that's in charge of regulating your metabolic rate. And when T3 falls, reverse T3 raises, which actively blocks the T3 that you have in the first place. The consequence of suppressed thyroid function is lower metabolic rate, fat accumulation, lower energy, worse mood, worse gym performance. He is not mentioning these mechanisms. He's not telling you about these mechanisms, and he's recommending you, additionally, to eat them every single day.
Super important mineral, especially for females, especially for females that are postmenopausal. It's transporting oxygen around your body. This is why broccoli has been touted as a superfood because of its impact on fighting off things like cancer. Potassium is high in broccoli. Americans are traditionally extremely deficient in potassium. It's one of the most
That
important
is
minerals
true,
that your
but
body needs. It helps
insufficient potassium in broccoli compared to, again, red meat, animal-based foods.
control fluid levels inside of your system. Most of us are full of processed salts, full of a lot of fluid, not enough potassium to get that fluid off of our body. Helps to control our blood pressure as well. Manganese is a mineral that is needed in small amounts, but a good amount in broccoli to help the interactions of your body and how it fires each day. Doesn't stop there though. Vitamins and minerals are aplenty, but it is loaded with antioxidants and some powerful ones. There's different compounds that are found in broccoli, like sulforaphane, helps prevent certain types of cancer, like we talked about. Carotenoids, the well-known beta carotene, which is good for eye health, very high in broccoli. We usually only think about that with carrots. Quercetin, I love quercetin because it is a huge factor in your immune health. It also helps to lower your blood pressure at the same time, but it is very, very important for fighting off viruses. And then camphorol, which is another antioxidant that can protect against issues like heart disease. So literally broccoli is helpful.
So all the things you just listed, he has the right idea for what they do, but just like claiming that they're in significant proportions in broccoli is completely the wrong way of looking at it. Additionally, I just wanted to say that cooking destroys the goitrogens. That problem in broccoli raw is definitely worse, but it's not like cooking the broccoli makes it nutritious. It just makes it less harmful.
Helping to fight heart disease, it's helping to fight cancer. Let's look at all of the benefits of this. The number one out of the list is it lowers your cholesterol levels. So if you have high cholesterol, you're worried about heart health, broccoli can lower that cholesterol level. Research has shown that it does this. And it has the ability to help you digest certain fats in the body so it doesn't turn into a cholesterol causing problem. It also has substances that can bind to the bile acids inside of your digestive tract, inside of your gut, and it helps prevent your body from producing too much cholesterol that you may not need. Block some of that absorption. That's going to lower your heart disease.
This is such a horrible point. I just covered this in the last video, but blocking your cholesterol absorption just signals the liver to produce more anyways. Cholesterol is essential. You're not fixing a problem by trapping it in your gut. You're just fighting against your very own liver. Also, the cholesterol in broccoli is 0. There's no cholesterol in broccoli. He's talking about bile acid binding affecting androgenous cholesterol recycling, which again is just telling your liver to synthesize more. He really talks about this so passionately, and I almost feel bad because he has literally no clue what he's talking about.
Risk and cancer risk. It reduces bodily inflammation. This is my favorite part of broccoli. Every time I'm putting it into my mouth, even if you don't like it, I'm thinking I am lowering.
Why would you not like it? You don't like it for a reason. It's because there's nothing your body needs that is in it.
The fire. I'm putting the fire out. I am decreasing inflammation inside of my body because of all the bioactive compounds that broccoli can.
That anti-inflammatory argument is coming from the sulforaphane, which is a hormonic compound, and it works as a mild stressor that activates NRF2 pathways. The research on it is totally real, but hormonic stress from plant toxins is not the same as the absence of inflammatory from removing input in the first place. One is a stress response, the other is just baseline health. Also, the goitrogen mechanism that suppresses thyroid directly raises systematic inflammation. So broccoli is reducing one inflammatory marker while suppressing the hormone that manages inflammatory systematically. So the net effect is not obvious at all.
Contains, it reduces the amount of inflammation in your body, especially camphorol that I just mentioned. That's a plant compound that's a strong anti-inflammatory. So lower that irritation, lower that inflammation. Pop in some broccoli. Lots of antioxidants. I can't overstress this. There's so many great ones in this superfood. They're excellent at reducing skin irritation. They're excellent at lowering blood sugar levels. It makes the heart better. Broccoli has that ability to lower LDL cholesterol like we talked about, enhancing cardiovascular health with all its antioxidant power. It's going to help the triglycerides in the system. So it helps prevent heart attacks. It improves your digestion. just the fiber levels. And so it helps you to relieve constipation and backup inside of the system.
So he really can't even explain half of these mechanisms. He kind of went into the LDL and he's talking about the digestion from the fiber. But actually, the best intervention study done on this is 63 patients were given a zero fiber diet and had 100% resolution of all digestive problems, while the normal fiber group, which was being compared to, had zero improvements. So the fiber is causing the constipation in the first place in many cases. You remove fiber and the digestive problem it causes, then eat broccoli to relieve the symptoms. It's pretty much just going in circles.
But it also helps to break things down so that the waste can properly pass through your body and you can absorb the nutrients that you do need. Broccoli also feeds the good bacteria inside of your gut and inside of your colon that needs to have a good, strong microbiome. It needs to feed it fermented vegetables. Broccoli is one of the best versions of this. So broccoli has all kinds of health benefits for you that you may not have
That he can't even list the reasons why, no supporting evidence or anything like that.
known. How do we get this inside of the system? How do we make it more edible? I like to dip mine into hummus or in a healthy, non-bad oil form of a ranch dressing. Fantastic. You can just eat it raw that way, and you're getting in some nutrients from the hummus.
Do not eat it raw again. Absolutely do not.
The beans themselves. Steaming it, great option. It doesn't taste as well, but you could steam it really easily. Baking it is a really popular one that we do at our house. You bake it, put a little olive oil or avocado oil over it, salt and pepper. Fantastic, really, really easy to make. I would definitely try that one. On your next, what do I have for a side dish with my main dish outing? You can blend it into a smoothie. Literally take either the ends of the broccoli or the whole piece of broccoli, put it into the smoothie. Don't overdo it, but you'll get a sort of a fresh flavor if you just put a little bit of broccoli in your smoothie in the morning. Or douse it with mayonnaise and apple cider vinegar, healthy mayonnaise from a avocado-based oil or a grapeseed-based oil.
Oh my God. That is truly the worst thing he's said. You're really, oh my God, it's crazy. Grapeseed oil is 70% linoleic acid, which stores in your tissues. When it oxidizes, it produces 4-HNE, the aldehyde that is damaging LDL in the first place and is driving that plaque in the arteries. He just recommended a food that suppresses your thyroid and then told you to cover it in oil that oxidizes your LDL too. Additionally, the avocado oil is not much better at all. It's 15 to 20% PUFA, which is prone to oxidization. 70% of commercially available avocado oil is also cut with seed oil, so you're likely getting canola oil in that amazing green bottle anyways. Also, hummus, no, it's a legume which has phytic acid in it, which is binding zinc, iron, calcium, magnesium, and blocking the absorption altogether. The lectins disrupting the gut lining. It also has lectins, which disrupt the gut lining, has an incomplete amino acid profile. He really just stacked 3 problems on top of the goitrogens. The broccoli's already such a big problem, and he's just making it worse.
Apple cider vinegar, simple broccoli salads. Take your broccoli salad recipe, substitute in healthy mayonnaise and apple cider vinegar for the vinegar, and then use the broccoli. You could add in some raisins, watch the sugar there. You could add in some nuts like sunflower seeds into it as well. Excellent. Chop up some red onions, give it a little kick. Easy way to get broccoli in, dousing it in mayonnaise, but that can keep in the fridge for several days. Get in the broccoli. The benefits are overwhelming. This is the most accessible superfood that you have right down the street at your local grocery store. Almost everywhere you walk into has a natural or organic version. If you can't get it organic, still put it into your system and try one of those ways to get it in for simple tips. So more tips right here for you to get these healthy foods in. My job is to make...
He really doesn't know where to stop with the bad recommendations. He's literally going on YouTube and just telling people how to poison themselves, essentially. Just to summarize everything, broccoli contains goitrogens that are blocking iodine uptake into your thyroid. Less iodine means lower T4, less T3, and then a higher reverse T3, which causes a slower metabolism. Cooking reduces those goitrogens, but it does not make broccoli a superfood in the slightest. The vitamins it contains anyways, the K1, it's not K2, The iron isn't heme iron, and the vitamin C isn't needed in the same quantity without glucose competing for the transporter. The nutrients profile does not survive security. And additionally, he finishes by telling you to dip it in grapeseed oil, which is 70% linoleic acid, the thing that oxidizes LDL and stores it in your skin and makes you burn in the sun. That is his most accessible superfood. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.